And welcome to our new presenter orientation part 1, where we're going to explain how you get paid with Younique. First off, you get paid on your own orders and orders of your customers. So what that means is you as a presenter, we don't receive a discount up front, so you'll pay the same amount as your customers would, but then you'll receive that in the form of a commission back. And then anyone that purchases for you, you also receive a commission from. So you get paid on orders that go through your website. So something important to remember is you need to be on your own Younique website to place your own orders and then also to direct your customers to as well. And if you do accidentally go to the wrong website, you'll have this fun little warning up here that's bright pink that says you are on another presenter's website, take me to my website. Now, it's not confusing, but when you log in, that does not necessarily take you to your website. So that's important to know. You actually have to type in, youniqueproducts.com/your own specific website. Okay? If you see someone else's picture on the top, that is not your website. If you go to youniqueproducts.com, that's the corporate site. There's no picture at the top. That is not your website. You'll know you're on your website when you see, like, the bottom picture. This is me, Michelle Bell. So I have my picture at the top. That's my website. That's the only place I can place orders, start parties, and have my customers order through as well. And we will go over setting up parties on a different training video. Hey, how do you get paid? So this is important, right? Once your order goes through, you'll receive your commission in your PayQuicker account. So what is a PayQuicker account? It's kind of like a separate bank account, okay? It's set up through Younique. It's not connected to Younique, but Younique sets it up for you. So we partner with them, okay? And that's how you get paid through Younique. That's the only way you get paid with Younique, okay? It's separate from Younique. So if you have issues with your PayQuicker account, you need to contact PayQuicker directly through their customer support, and they can help you with anything that you need over there. What you want to do is watch for your activation email. So if your very first order, whether you place it or whether a customer places an order, you'll receive an email as soon as that order goes through from Younique that says, congratulations, you had an order placed on your site. And then about 4 hours later, you'll receive an email from PayQuicker that says, congratulations, you've been paid. And you need to keep that first email because it has your activation. So if you want to click, there'll be something that says click here to activate your account. You do not have to apply for a PayQuicker account, and you do not have to create a PayQuicker account. It is already created for you. You're simply going to activate it by creating a password. They may ask you to submit photo ID. It is like a bank account, and they want to make sure you are who you say you are, so it helps keep it secure. You can email that information in, text it in. There's some different ways you can submit that. Do be aware of some fees with your PayQuicker account. For example, you can transfer money to a bank account or request a check. So you have access to your money really right away. It does take a few days to transfer, but just be aware of that. And there are some fees associated with it. So in the United States, it's about 50 cents to transfer it to a bank account. In international countries, it is a little bit more. So be aware of that. I don't recommend transferring money, after every single order. I usually wait until I get, a decent amount in there, and so I might transfer money out 2 to 3 times a month. You actually don't have to transfer money out if you don't want to. You can wait until you get your debit card. I personally have a separate bank account from a previous business, so for me, I just like to have everything in one place. So it's a total personal preference. But once you sell 250 points, about 250 points, it's a little bit, no, that's right, about 250. You've earned $50 in commissions. You are going to be receiving a purple debit card through PayQuicker. Okay, you don't have to apply for this. It's automatic. It will come. It does take a few weeks to actually receive. Internationally, it might take an extra week to get. And this is directly connected to your account. So what does that mean? That means if you make an order at 8 o'clock in the morning, you will get that money, your commission, deposited into your PayQuicker account at noon. And if you have your debit card, you can instantly access that and you can spend that money by 2 o'clock, okay, that same exact day. So it's fantastic to get that money instantly. But yes, be aware that there are some fees. It's considered kind of like a prepaid debit card when you use it. So you don't want to use it at places that will put a charge on your account. Things like that might be a hotel and then gas station. So I never use it for gas. And you always want to use it as a credit, not as a debit. So you don't want to put your PIN number in, even though you will have a PIN number. But read up on the policies for PayQuicker if you have any questions about that. But it works really great, and it's a really awesome marketing tool to be able to show people your card and to start up a conversation that way. Okay, so your royalties chart. This is something that you need to know where it's at. So you need to go to you're going to log in, okay, and click on My Office. It's on the upper right side, and then click on My Royalties. This chart will tell you what rank you are qualified for or what rank you are close to qualifying for. So it's good to check this pretty regularly through the month, especially if you're working on promoting, so you'll know exactly where you're at. The way it works in your back office is when you have your mouse over a different column, it will tell you the exact amount you need, okay? A couple things you want to know, we're going to go over the 5 requirements for each of the ranks, okay? So on the left here, you'll see status, personal retail sales, etc. So the first requirement for each of the ranks is personal retail sales, PRS. That's your own personal sales. Basically, it's anything that goes through your website. So anything that you purchase and anything that a customer purchases from you. It does not include YCash, Hostess Rewards, half-price items, okay? It does not. So you do not get paid on those particular things, Hostess Rewards, half-price items, YCash, okay? Company wholesale sales, so that's you plus every single person on your team or your downline, okay? So anyone that you've brought into the business and they brought into the business, anything that they sell counts towards your company. And it is company wholesale, so it's 75% of retail. So that's important to know. Okay, it is 75% of the retail. Qualified first level presenters, that means somebody that you've personally sponsored, someone that's direct to you. They need to be qualified. Qualified is $125 in a calendar month, okay? Don't confuse that with being active. Active is something that's totally separate. Being an active presenter means you've sold 125 every 3 months, every rolling 3 months. And that's a requirement for every single presenter to remain a presenter. That's our minimum for selling. That is different from qualified, okay? Circle wholesale sales, okay? So there's, we'll go over that in a minute. And qualified first generation leads is a requirement for the higher ranks, which we're not going to go over on this call. So let's just go over the first few ranks. Like I said, we're not going to go into the higher ranks just because it's something we can talk about as you start promoting. We're going to keep it simple and just go over things you need to know today. So right now, you are considered a white status presenter if you're brand new. Okay? Everybody's considered a white status presenter. You don't have to do anything to become a white status presenter. Okay? So on the royalties chart, and this is found in your Getting Started guide with your kit, it's really a handy thing to keep. It's also found on our training site and in our groups. But yes, you're considered a white status presenter, so you received a white status charm with your kit. So there's nothing you need to do to be a white status presenter. You already are. That also means you get paid on every single thing that you sell. So 1 mascara, 2 mascaras, whatever, you are already going to make 20% commission on that. There's not a minimum amount you need to sell in order to start getting paid. That's really fantastic, okay? Once you sell $1,000 or 1,000 points, okay, all of our numbers in Younique are all based on product points, okay? Every product has a certain amount of points. In the U.S., it just so happens that $1 equals 1 point. So 1,000 points is $1,000 in sales, okay? But every country is based on the same number. So whether you are in Australia, UK, or another country, it's still 1,000 points to hit yellow. So if you need some help with figuring out how much product that is, definitely let your upline or sponsor know, and they can help you with the conversion rates for that. But I would get used to just going off the back office with the point values, and that'll make sure you're on track, okay? Once you sell that 1,000 product points are $1,000, and it's a lifetime sell. So it means there's no time requirement, okay? It doesn't have to be done within a certain amount of time, a month, a week, 2 months, 3 months. It's just whenever your lifetime sales reaches 1,000, okay? Then you promote to a yellow presenter. And that's super exciting because it's your first promotion, and you're going to get a pay raise to 25% commission instead of 20% commission, which is great, okay? So that should really be your first goal as soon as possible. And it's definitely going to depend on your, goals and your vision for your business. But the sooner you hit yellow, the better, okay? Where else can you give yourself a pay raise, right? Within a week or 2 weeks or a month of your job, you can give yourself a pay raise with this business. So when you hit yellow, you'll receive a charm in the mail. You'll get that lovely little pay raise and recognition with the company and with your upline. So fun stuff. Make that a definite goal to hit as quickly as possible. One thing I want to make sure you know is that your colors change at the beginning of the next month, okay? So if this month you hit yellow, or let's say you get your business running off to a really good start and you hit yellow and pink in the first month, and we'll talk about what pink requirements are, your color status will change the next month after the 5th, okay? So it does not change during that month. It'll change the next month. All right. Now, wouldn't it be fun if you got paid off of what other people are doing, right? I want you to think of Younique as your own little franchise, okay? You have purchased a franchise, basically, and now not only can you get paid off of your sales, but if you bring other people into this business, and you help them get started and you help them get trained and get them selling, you can also earn money off of what they are selling, okay? Think of it, no, I'm definitely not comparing Younique to McDonald's because we won't even go there. But think of it like owning a McDonald's, okay? If you're the head guy, you're going to get paid off of your restaurant. But if you own 5 other restaurants and you have managers over all of those other restaurants, you're going to get paid off the sales of what they do as well, okay? So we're basically having your own makeup franchise with Younique, international, online makeup franchise. It's amazing. So let's talk about how you can get paid off your team, all right? The first 2 ranks, and I don't you love that they're all colors. It's so fun and simple. The first rank you can get paid off your team is pink, okay? Now, one thing you need to know is after yellow, all of our ranks are based on monthly activity. So that means every single person in the entire company goes back to yellow at the beginning of every month. Why? Because we are based on sales. We only get paid off of the sales that we do or our team does. So at the beginning of the month, does anyone have sales for that month? No. So everyone goes back to yellow. Okay? I will say that your ranks get easier and easier to hit with your consistency. Okay? So the consistency is really the key for building this business. Okay, so let's go over the numbers and the qualifications. So for pink, that personal retail sales requirement is $250. So that means in that calendar month, you need to have $250 or 250 points in sales. Again, it's the same for every country, $250. The company sales, you remember that 75% of retail, so it's wholesale, needs to be $2,000. So that means you, plus anyone that you brought into this business and anyone they brought in this business collectively as a whole, you need to have $2,000 in wholesale sales, okay? And then you need to have 1 qualified presenter. So that means you need to have someone you've personally sponsored that has sold $125 in that calendar month. Those are the 3 requirements. You fulfill all 3 of those, and you already hit yellow. Okay, you have to hit yellow before you can promote past that. Then bam, you're pink. Nice, right? So you can see why it would be quite possible to hit yellow and pink in the same month, because if you're already doing 1,000 in your own personal sales, you're already almost halfway to pink. And as you sponsor other presenters and help them hit yellow in their first month as well, it can be quite simple to promote together as a team. Okay? You have to have a team to promote to pink. Blue is the next rank up, and it's just a little bit higher requirements for the company and for the qualified. And then the pay amount that you get on pink and blue is you get a percentage off of your circle. Okay? So you get 3% off of your circle if you're pink. It's just a little jump, I will say, but it's nice, and it's a stepping stone to getting paid more. Blue, you start getting a little bit more substantial, and we'll go over the income you can expect at each rank at the end here. So I want to, I'll qualify presenter, so I'm going to direct you, so it's 125. So one thing I want to clarify is there's these two terms here. One's company and one is circle. Okay, I just told you you have to have a certain amount of company volume to qualify. So then over here, I'm showing you get paid on your circle. Okay, so let's just go over what that means, all right? Your company is used to qualify you at a rank, but you are always paid on your circle. So in your royalties chart, there's actually a section that you can see where it shows your company, and it will show your circle amount, or the circle requirements, I should say. For most of the ranks, it's going to be the same. Until you start hitting green or above, it's usually not an issue, but I like to explain it just right here at the front so you kind of know what it is, okay? So when you're yellow, pink, blue, usually your circle and your company are going to be the same. It only comes into effect when you promote to green or above, or if you have someone on your team that promotes to green or above. So here's how it works. Basically, your company includes everybody. Oh, I wrote this wrong. Okay, typo. Mine just says circle includes everyone except your elite group. No, that's right. See, let me start over. Company includes every single person in your team. Okay, so there's you at the top. Company is every single person on this page. Okay, infinitively down. Everybody. Your circle includes everyone except for your elite group. So it's going to include everyone down to that next leader. And then guess what? Now their team becomes their own circle. Okay? So now your circle is everybody except that green and her circle. And you still can get paid on her team. So it's not that you're not getting paid off of her anymore. You can. It depends on your rank. But I just want you to make sure you know that when someone hits green or above, their team becomes their own circle now. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it until you start getting to green, and then you can ask your upline about it. We're not really going to go past green. I just wanted to show you the requirements for green, because if leadership is your goal, then green elite is where you want to be at. And if you want to make some substantial money with Younique, then green is where you want to be at. And so that's what you want to make your goal for this business, is to hit green. Okay? So green, your personal retail sales need to be at 500. Your company sales need to be at 10,000. You need 3 qualified presenters, and there's that circle requirement, 2,000. Okay? And then the requirements just kind of go up from there. But check this out. Okay? So company is usually the main factor with hitting green. Okay? 10,000 is usually the main thing you need to work on. And then you get a pay raise again. This is awesome. Now we're going to go from making 25% commission to making 30% commission with green. And I'm going to tell you, 30% commission is really, really awesome. Okay, that means you're making basically about $10 from every single 3D fiberglass mascara that you sell, right? That's pretty awesome. Okay, so what is your vision for this business? That's something that you need to decide, and you may not know quite what that is, right? Maybe you haven't done direct sales before, or maybe you don't know what to expect from this business, or maybe you're trying to find the confidence in with yourself that you can do this and make this work. Okay, that's pretty common with new presenters. They're not quite sure what they want to accomplish, what they're going to earn, what the possibilities are. So I want to share some possibilities with you and get your mind thinking and about the vision you want to create, not just for your business, but for yourself and for your family. Okay? And you get to choose your level of dedication and income. This is something that's up to you and your effort and your work and your passion and what you put into this. It's definitely the kind of thing that you treat it like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. If you want to get paid as a business, you need to treat it as a business, a full-fledged, just like you opened up a boutique on the corner, just like you started the bank company, whatever, just like you started a, medical practice. If you treat it like a hobby, you get paid as a hobby. You treat it like a business, you get paid as a business, okay? And the reward can be incredibly rewarding. So let's talk about the pays for your business, okay? Leadership track. If you want to hit green fast, okay, then you want to be on a leadership track. 3 to 5 new presenters, 5 parties, $2,000 and so. Okay? If you're doing online parties, I'm going to say 5 parties a week. Okay? If you're doing home parties, I'm going to say 5 parties a month. Home parties usually have higher sales than your average online party. Okay? So 5 parties a week online, or 5 parties at home, or other events. If you don't want to do parties, you can work this business a million different ways that we'll talk about in a whole other video, okay? Fast track, okay? That means your aim is to be green in 3 to 4 months, okay? 3 new presenters, 3 parties a week, or 3 home parties a month, $1,000 in sales. Okay? Part-time, you want to make some decent money. Green's not really on your radar for a while. You know, in the future, whenever you hit it, kind of a thing. You know, 1 new presenter every month. You want to sponsor a new presenter each month. You're inviting them to join this business. You want to have, you know, maybe 2 parties a week or 2 home parties a month. And you want to do about $750 in sales. $500 to $750 is what I would say it ranges. Okay, and if you want to do this as a hobby, let's just say you just love makeup. You want to do this for fun. You want some fun money. But you don't always see, you know, putting a lot of time into making this kind of a really big thing. You know, do your 125. That's 5 sets of lashes each month. Okay? Order a set of 5. Keep them in your purse, your cash and carry. You'll be yellow. You'll be getting paid commission on all of those. Maybe you'll have a few people that join you in the business and you'll be pink and you'll get paid a little bit on that. Okay? But it's definitely more of a hobby for you. Once you've decided on what level you want to be at, what your vision is for your business, let me show you kind of a range on what you can get paid. Now, these are not guaranteed, and these are not company averages. These are my personal numbers that I have put together based on what I have seen people do in this business and what they're accomplishing. So they're not averages of what people make. They're kind of what you can expect, a range of what you can expect at each rank. Okay? So when you hit pink, you're basically going to be making about, now this is in addition to your own personal sales. Okay, so this is what you make in addition to your own personal sales. About off your team, you're going to make about $60, maybe up to $100, okay, depending on what your volume is for peak. Okay, so it's a little extra. It's nice. It's not a huge substantial amount, but it's a little extra. Blue is when you start kind of making that more substantial amount, right? A car payment, you know, paying off some bills, paying off a credit card. Blue is really great for that. Green is where you start to make really substantial income, okay? Most greens make $500 to $1,000, but I will say it can go up from there. It really depends on how big your team is, okay? You can have a pretty large team and be hitting green and be making quite a bit more than that. It could be $2,000, $3,000, okay? There's a range. Orange, again, it's a really, really big range because you could have a huge team and be making a lot because you just have 1 leader when you hit orange, okay? So I have a really big range there, but we'll just say you're making a mortgage with orange, okay, or above, a mortgage and a car payment. Purple, it gets even more substantial because now you have a couple of leaders under you that you're getting paid on, okay? So it can be anywhere in the low end from maybe about $2,000 all the way up. And then black, it gets a little crazy, insane. But it does start, you know, some purples can actually make more than some black status presenters. So there's a really big range. There's a lot of factors involved there. And as you start promoting, we can talk about that more. But in general, most black status presenters are making anywhere from a low of about $4,000 all the way up to, we just reached our first millionaire, which means she made over $83,000 and $83,333 in a single month. Okay? So this is not something to expect, okay, because it's all based on, there's a lot of variables. But I wanted to show you these to give you some vision of to what you can achieve in this business, okay? The other fun thing that you get with this business is fast start. So this should be your second goal. First goal, yellow. Second goal, fast start. Within your first 90 days, you want to sell 2,000 personal retail sales. You want to sponsor 3 presenters. And the rewards for doing that are pretty awesome. You get $250 in Y Cash. That's product credit that you can use on products, not on business supplies, but on products. And you get a fast start charm in the mail. You get recognition by the company. And also, it's just a huge boost for your business. I mean, really, it gives you a fast start. And so if you are in this for the business, the fast start is a definite must that you want to do. So that's the end of our little training today. If you have questions about how you get paid, we actually have separate videos for the UK because there's a couple other factors that go into the amount that you get paid, and that would be really helpful for you to watch. But please, ask for upline or your sponsor questions that you have after watching this video. Thanks.